Look at question 3 from the paper, and here we're actually given freeboard rather than draft. But we can work out our summer draft because we know the distance between the two freeboards, and then we're told that we're going to load to the tropical mark. So looking at the formulas, we know that the distance from the summer load line to tropical is 148 to the summer draft. We know the distance between, it's 267 mil because we're given these two figures, therefore mathematically we can work out the summer draft. So the present draft import, as it tells us here, the waterline is 12.4 centimetres below the lower edge, so we have to allow for the 25 mil to the lower edge. So that gives us our present draft import. Our final draft at sea has to be the tropical draft, which we've worked out there, and then dock water allowance. So our final draft in port has to be the final draft at sea plus how much we submerge the mark by, so that gives us 13.233. Therefore we can find our total sinkage. Of course we must convert to centimetres, convert the TPC salt water to dock water, that gives us the weight to load. Just a slight comment on that. I do think that because you're taught to use hydrostatics for large weights, a weight of 3286 I personally think is excessive for this sort of problem. However, that's the exam they've set. Now the method 2, you know your present freeboard in port, 5224, plus the 25 mil plus the 12.4 centimetres, 5373, so that's your present freeboard. You know your required freeboard at sea, 4957, but then we have to allow for the dock water allowance, so that gives us our final freeboard in port. So we simply subtract one from the other, and that gives us our sinkage. So there's our deck line. There's 4957, 5224, that gives us the values there. There's the summer mark down the 12.4 centimetres, so that's our present freeboard, that's our final freeboard. Where the little twist is here, of course, we must subtract the dock water allowance because we're moving towards the deck line. When we use the draft, of course, we measure from the keel, whereas when we're using freeboard, measuring from the deck line, we're doing the opposite, and that's why, if you're wondering why, we subtract the dock water allowance for that.